So I get asked this question a lot. How do I balance being a realtor and an active duty service member? Sometimes from civilians, but most of the time from other military members. But I think the most important thing before I get into the how is the why. My reason or why is because I want to be a part of the community. I want to provide value to my community, and I felt detached. Because, you know, if you're in, you understand this, but you work on base, you know, sometimes you live on base, you know, your friends are in the military, your whole sphere is military. You have no connection with the civilian population, the local community. And I miss that. I miss, you know, being able to talk about stuff besides the military and, you know, whatever. But also I wanted to bring value to my community. And I think what we are taught and forced to learn in the military brings a lot of value to the community if we choose to take part in it. And another one of my whys or reasons was because in the military sometimes you don't get to see the end result of your action. You know, fixing this piece of equipment and how it affects the overall mission, all that stuff. Sometimes you don't really get to see it. Don't get me wrong, I love serving the military and I think our job's important, but I wanted to see the results of my actions. When you help a single mom buy her first home and you see the look on her face, or help someone relocate to San Diego, or get them through a tough time because they're going through a probate sale, like that is really helps. It really feels good to help somebody. And that's what I was seeking, that being able to bring value and be able to help my community in the best way I knew how. So I've been in real estate since some form or another since 2009, and I've been in the military since 2014. So I was getting asked a lot of questions anyways, like, you know, VA loans, investing, how to house hack, everything under the sun. So it just made sense, and it's my passion. I love helping people and I love real estate. I've been in it, like I said, some way or another since 2009. So that's my why. So I suggest you find a why. If it's, I just want to make money, to each their own, but that won't get you through it, because there's going to be some tough times, especially in the beginning when you're trying to learn how to do all this stuff and how to market and how to best serve your clients and all that kind of stuff. So determining a really good reason to do it, ultimately it has to bring back to serve your community. You know, one thing that we in the military that, you know, we're really accustomed to is service. So if you transcend that and, you know, transcend the military to the civilian world and focus that dedication to service to your community, I think you'll do great. How? The how is much easier now than it was back in 2009. There's so many automations and all of that. But my how is, one of the benefits of being active duty and being able to be a realtor is that you can be selective with your clients, which I highly recommend. You don't want to deal with people that just you don't click with, or it's going to be a pain. Like, no money's worth it. And you have to balance another job. So I refuse. So being active gives you the ability to do that. And yeah, you're not going to be servicing or, you know, dealing with hundreds of clients like some of the top producers, but I assure you, you're going to give your select few that you choose to work with a much better service, and that will pay dividends for you in the long run. So that's first, being selective. Second, finding a niche. All of us in the military, if you've been in more than 2 minutes, you've relocated at least once. So naturally, you are kind of a relocation expert just by the nature of your job. So that's one area I chose, because when I relocated, I was in Port Hueneme for a while, and then I came back to San Diego. Knowing what I wanted to see as someone's relocating that might not necessarily come down here and see homes all the time, you can provide a lot of value to your clients and your niche that way. But you could be first-time home buyers, anything, but find a niche that you like to do, that you're excited about, that you want to read about, and ultimately bring value to your clients. I don't like to say that I specialize in military, because I try not to, because once again, my whole reason for doing this is because I want to be attached to my community. But you can, if your why is different than mine, you can specialize in VA loans and helping service members and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong, I always help my brothers and sisters. Not saying I don't do that. I just don't like to focus on that, because once again, I want to be tied in with my community. Next, I would say really important is the team around you. As a realtor, real estate agent, professional, whatever you want to call it, you're like a quarterback of a team. So if your loan officer isn't amazing, if your home inspector isn't amazing, it makes it harder on you, and you're gonna come up on more nonsense. So really diving into the people that you surround yourself with will dictate how easy and smooth it is, or how terrible it's going to be. So home inspector, loan officer, transaction coordinator, photographer, don't forget about them. Don't sleep on the photographers, all that stuff. And once you get going and if you get pretty successful, or what do you want to do, virtual assistant, people that can ease the load, the burden of like mundane administrative tasks, they help a lot. But main ones, especially when you're starting, that I recommend that eases everything out of me, is a great loan officer, photographer, and amazing home inspector and transaction coordinator. Those would be my main 4 that will help ease your transition. Second, it makes sense to partner. My girlfriend's my partner. She provides continuity in the business, because once again, you can get called away at any time. And you don't want, once again, the end state is making sure that your clients have the best service possible. So having a partner that is a civilian will provide continuity in your business, just in case you get called away. Once again, you're managing another person. But in the military, we're trained to manage people, and whether you're been in a couple years or something, there's always leadership positions. That's a thing that comes with us. So take that note and apply that to your business. Make sure you have a good partner that can handle it, or someone that you trust to deal with transactions. Say you have to step away for a little bit, provide continuity for your business, and ultimately provide better value for your clients. Lastly, I would say spin yourself up on social media and how to use ads and YouTube, making videos. It's not easy. Try it. It'll take you 1,000 takes just to make this one. But it'll allow you to get your message out there, because once again, time is not on your side. You're not going to be able to door knock, like I said. Like you have work, and you get off work late. You're probably not going to be able to cold call because, like again, you get off late. So learn it and spin yourself up on it. Facebook ads are not easy by any means. Like learning how to target demographics and do all that stuff, run media, and it's crazy. So take some time, maybe take a class, figure that stuff out. Figure out how to do YouTube stuff. Like I'm still trying to figure it out. But that's pretty much it. Have a why, surround yourself by good people, find a niche that you enjoy, because you're doing this because you enjoy it, and spin yourself up on other ways to reach people without having to necessarily just spend massive amounts of time. And one last thing before I go, there has to be a paradigm shift in your head. Military, we show up, we get paid, we go home, whatever. You have good days, you have bad days. In real estate, it's all about bringing value. You get paid on what the value a client sees that they'll get from your services. Find value added activities to your business and be very specific with it. Pick 1 or 2 lead generation things you like to do. Say you love YouTube videos or you love Facebook ads. Get good at it. Knock it out of the park. You don't have the staying late, removing the brow, staying overnight on the ship to do real estate stuff. But yeah, that's it. So I'll get off my soapbox. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, you're thinking about doing this thing yourself, hit me up. I put my Instagram down the bottom. Another thing I learned on YouTube. So yeah, reach out to me if you have any questions. I'm a real person. I'll hit you up. Until next time. Doing a VA video, how to use the VA loan from an active duty service member's point of view and not some loan officer. But yep, that's all I got.